Welcome back, Battleforge Brothers fans. It's Stu from the channel, here with another product review. This time from a company that does quite a lot of third-party esque sculptures as well as bits. It is Artel W Miniatures. So I've been in contact with these for a few weeks. Various different staff members who've been really cool on the emails, just finding out what it is that we do and whether they could help us out, and they were more than happy to do so. Just a massive thank you to them. So I've been in touch with them, and I have absolutely no idea what's in this, but look at the packaging itself. I'm blown away. It's very simplistic, obviously nice brown, but it's very kind of oldie worldy. And this wax seal, oh, it's so cool. Very old fashioned, and I love that. So it's got the W symbol in the middle there, and obviously the old fashioned kind of packaging. So I'm quite impressed with that. So I have absolutely no idea what is in this, but I've got a couple of suspicions because just before we get into it, I did speak to them, and they did obviously try to understand what it is that we do on the channel. Obviously advise them that we do primarily 40k, kill team, things like that. So I'm guessing that it's going to be something 40k related. Now they do a lot of different sculpts. There is tons on the website, from your 28mm range to 54. You've got like your third-party versions of your Chaos, your Space Marines, your Orcs, and of course your Eldar, which is what I was looking into, the Eldar stuff. Now, it does seem a bit of a shame that I'm going to have to... I mean, I could cut through this, but if I keep that, it's probably just going to clutter around somewhere. But for the time being, we'll use the trusty old Stanley knife, and I'm going to try and keep this somewhere. So let's get straight in. So let's have a look and see what is inside of here. So, packaging was... obviously, it's very nice packaging, which we are aware. Let's tuck that out the way. Side. So that's the box underneath. So obviously W Artel or Artel W, however. And what have they sent through? So let's have a look. So we've got bases. Obviously the packaging very nice and tight. 32mm base there. So I'm expecting obviously a bigger miniature. There's quite a lot of stuff in there. I'll just take the bases out because they're just falling out anywhere. So bubble wrap, keeping everything nice and safe there. So what have we got here? We'll take everything out, and then we'll have a quick look and see what is what. Okay, so we'll start with this at the back. So it looks as though this is the like the observation table. Now I have seen this on the website. Obviously I will be putting a link for the website in the description, of course, and it'll be flagged up on the screen in a couple of moments, no doubt. Alright, so this is, I mean, look at the sculpting detail on that. This is the obviously the tabletop. Obviously you can see scrolls, there's a map folded over paper there as well. What an amazing bit of detail that, and it is extremely clean. There is not a great deal of anything to get rid of there. These may be removable, but obviously when it comes to construction I will figure out whether that's required. It looks as though these are obviously the legs, so the legs would sit into maybe here, so it looks as though that some of that will have to come away, like an old kind of runic symbols on the side there, and extra scrolls. That'll come in really nice for anything really, for your 40k style, and of course your fantasy and D&D stuff like that. So very pleased with that particular product. And that is like I say, that's the runic table. I do apologise as well, I do have a little bit of a cold, so if I sound a little bit off. Alright, let's have a look at this. So these are a selection that looks as though they've sent me through here, and I have to say the sculptures are absolutely fantastic. I mean, it looks as though this is the Chaplin style character. So yeah, so there's just his legs. I mean, look at the detail on that. Absolutely amazing. It's, you know, it's got all the type of, like, the Tartarus style from GW there. Just looking to see if I can see any mold lines at all. Not that I can see. Giving it a closer look, maybe, but that's to be expected. I mean, the sculpture on that is fabulous. Have a look at the torso and, of course, the head for this guy. I think this is the Chaplin style character. It looks as though it is. So yeah, I mean, the detail on the mask, and obviously the bone style armor, that is amazing. I'll give you a look at the cloak as well, because the cloak's normally very, very detailed. Just the feel of these as well. Obviously, you guys won't be able to tell, but the feel of these is it's very, very smooth. It doesn't feel as though there's any kind of like residue to wash off or anything like that. When working with resin, normally there is, but this feels like it's already prepped for you. So that is amazing. So that'll be something that the Graham will more than likely be interested. And there's his scroll that he holds in his hand. Be cool to put some maybe an ultramarine symbol on there and some ink writing across there and some purity seals. You know, he's barking his orders out, his religious doctrines to his battle brothers. There is an alternate face as well. So yeah, he's got an alternate face. Pretty cool. That, I mean, that could be used for anything, but I prefer the skull one. So that's like the Chaplin style character. Excuse me. Right. It looks as though this is some kind of Eldar style character. Notice that there's quite a lot of pieces as well, so it's not uncommon. You know, it's not. I'm used to dealing with small sculptures using Eldar, and there's a variety of weapons on this by the looks of it. So there's the like the base part of it, and look at that, like old ruins, and it looks as though that these will maybe go separate. And this is the CRS, I believe. Yes, it is. So just got the website uploaded there. So there's a variety of different helmets. There's three different there's three different helms that you can have for this character. So there's a torso for starters. It's a female Farseer, and the detail on the rune armor there is absolutely incredible. And a cloak. I cannot wait to get this thing painted up in Craftworld, all three colours. I mean, obviously, for you Eldar players out there, you might want to do it in your own Craftworld, and that'll look amazing. So they are quite small. So just to try and give you a bit of a better look. So there's one helmet. I mean, kind of half in, half out. That is absolutely incredible. The detail on an Eldar's face is normally quite difficult to do in sculpture. So the pointy ears and the hair. So there's one. You've also got a variation on a helmet. I quite like this one. It reminds me of a little bit like, I suppose, like the Titans, the way that the Titans look. So it's kind of like a half-style ghost helm. And then you've got your more traditional style, like Eldrad, you know, with the plume coming up the back. Do really like that, but I actually think I'd probably go for this one, the one that has the face. I think that's really, really cool. It's very unique as well. So that's the helmet side of it, and obviously, like I said, there is a variety of different weapons by the looks of it. There's a spear there. Obviously, there is a little bit of flash to get rid of. It's pretty sturdy. You know, as long as you're not too overzealous with it. It is a little bit of warpage, just the way that it's came, but that's very, very minute to other things. I mean, with a tiny little bit of hot water, that'll straighten out. To be honest though, I think I'm going to use this one. I mean, that is proper cool. Very different to any of my other Farseers, so I think I'll be using that. The Singing Spear. There is an alternative as well. There is a Witchblade-esque style weapon. I mean, just look at the detail on the blade itself. Don't know if that's picking all out on camera, but it's a joy to look at this in person. Absolutely amazing and really impressive sculpts. So that is the CRS. Just for a couple of prices as well, just before I continue on. I do just have the website here, so just to give you a look at just on the tablet. So excuse the glare. So that's her there. That's kind of the finished product there, the CRS, $18.99. You've also got there's some new sculpts as well. So just give you a quick look. You've also got the Flaming Drake Prime, Shadowhunter Prime, and they're all relatively roundabout. You know, depending on the sculpt, you're looking around about $21. And as you can see, you've got the Red Witch for $14. They do also have sales on as well, so certainly check them out because they have different offers on every now and again. And speaking of the Red Prime, it looks as though that this is her in this little bag here. So I don't actually have any Phoenix Lords at all for my Eldar. I mean, this could be used as an Exarch, of course. Just trying to, I've got no nails at all on my thumbs, so just trying to get into the bag. There we go. It's just trying to be a little bit careful. So obviously they are quite small, like in small pieces, but obviously we won't know what they're going to look like until we get them all fitted out. Right. Yeah, this looks as though she'd be Jinzar, the Phoenix Lord for the Banshees. So look at that. I mean, it's very... it reminds me a little bit of the Green Goblin, I suppose, from the Spider-Man films. God, they were atrocious. But anyway, so that is the mask there. And obviously she's got a big hair plume. I mean, the detail even on the hair is absolutely amazing. And that'll go more than likely into the back there. She's got our weaponry, and obviously the body is kind of in like a leaping stance. Very fitting for Banshees. So there's one, so she's like running forward. And obviously our leg will go in something like that. So very highly detailed. Really impressive sculptures, these. Amazing. And obviously our weapons as well. So you've got the standard like executioner style weapon there. Very vicious looking. And you've got the Triskel. I cannot remember the name of Jinzar's specific one, but that looks really cool, like a Predator style weapon. So it'd be interesting to see to get that painted up. Probably painted up in separate parts as well. So that there is the Red Witch, which is the Voidstalker Prime. So it's kind of their version of an Exarch. And last but not least, let's have a look and see who this is. It looks as though this is another Eldar style character. For anybody looking, because with Eldar, it's a little bit frustrating way with a lot of armies out there. It's quite frustrating that there's a lot of old sculpts. I mean, I'm going to speak from an Eldar perspective because my main force is there's so many sculpts out there that are just taking forever to get updated, and you know it's a little bit annoying. You know, we're not the only ones, of course. There's other armies out there, but a lot of people have been suggesting, well, go to these guys, and I can now see why. As these are absolutely incredible alternative sculptures. So it looks as though, yes, this is the Shadowhunter Prime, which is this guy here. that is a really, really impressive looking sculpt. So I'll just give you a look at the actual model itself. So there's his body. So very highly detailed. Striking Scorpions are one of my favourite aspects. I cannot wait to get this guy modelled up and painted. So you can see like the kind of spine looking armour. And obviously the gems across there. This will be really, really interesting to do different techniques on for the armour plating to get all the shading and stuff done. And I think this guy will more than likely be replacing the Exarch I currently use. A bit of a shame, he's been for a while, but, you know, updating. Give him a run out. And I have to say, Predator's one of my favourite films of all time, and I kind of know that Striking Scorpions remind me so much of them, but this helmet proper looks like a Predator mask. And you've got the Manda Blasters on there. That looks absolutely mean as anything. Very, very cool. I'd love to. I'll do an update video as well of once these guys are fixed up and painted. That's what he'll obviously look like with his hair plume on the back, something like that. So it does come with like this really cool, like curved chainsword, and I really, really like that. You've got the kind of the scorpion style tip at the end of here. I like that the way they've done that, made it look as though it's the scorpion like kind of stinger, and all the designs on there as well. And there is the claw itself. I'll be arming it with the claw because you know the claw is cool. It's quite an iconic weapon. But the really cool thing with this guy is he comes holding aloft a Imperial Guardsman, so you can sculpt him with or without this, I believe. So he's holding him by his throat, and obviously his dangly legs like that. I think that would look really, really cool. So there's I've said cool about 20,000 times, but yeah, it's they are really, really nice sculpts. One of, if not the best resin casts for miniatures I've ever seen. So just a little bit about them as well. They are based. These came from St. Petersburg, so they are based, you know, in Europe, over Russia area. There is, I'm unsure because I couldn't find it on the website whether there is like depots based around the UK. The website that I've actually gone on to is just artelw.com. I'll put a link in. At the moment, they do have weekly sales. They've got a sale on at the moment for the witches, like the witch hunters. Just give you a quick little look. I'll not show you the whole website, but I'll show you one of their latest products. I mean, that is amazing. That is the Flaming Drakes, the Prime, like the Exarch style. I mean, look at that. The base is absolutely class, just to be honest. So you've got him there. I mean, that's a very reasonable price as well for the type of product that you're getting. You know, if you're tired of waiting for, you know, the updates for the aspects, as you know, fair enough if you're playing at GW tournaments, you know, that's kind of a bit of a problem there. But some of the latest products are absolutely incredible. These are your Fire Dragons. I already have Fire Dragons, but if you don't, there you go. Flaming Drakes. They're doing male warriors. I think they're going to be expanding and doing female as well. Absolutely amazing. Really, really cool. You've got different options as well. So you've got options just on the side there to make it up to 10. You can add 3 female warriors. So it's very customizable, very, very user-friendly. And obviously with them being resin, super glue will absolutely fine to glue these guys together. So there we go. So absolutely incredible miniatures here. I'm going to have my work cut out for me. Obviously Graham is going to be working on the Chaplin guy. I don't think he has a Chaplin, like a standard Chaplin, but this guy is big enough to represent a Primaris easily. Primaris Chaplin, or I think he may be very well supposed to be in Terminator armor. I think, I believe, yes, he is. He's in Terminator armor. So well, Terminator style. So I don't think Graham has a Terminator library, Terminator Chaplin. So I mean, there's his backpack as well. Backpack's really, really detailed. And he does come with a nice, meaty little thunderhammer there. That's the Chaplin. So, really, really impressive sculpts here. I just can't thank Artel enough. So just a massive, massive shout out. The response from them was brilliant. The postage and the packaging was amazing, and that nice little personalised touch that they do on the boxes with the wax seal. Very, very nice touch. So certainly keep it up, because guys, these sculpts are absolutely incredible. So do certainly check them out. It's not just what you see here. There is an absolute bucket load of different sculpts out there, alternative sculptures. They do bits. They also do like paints and paintbrushes as well. So that's the review done, guys. I hope you've enjoyed it. I hope it's given you a little bit more of a hands-on experience of what these guys are capable of. Certainly, you know, just drop our name in to Artel for when you purchase. Just make things nice transition, obviously for us as well, and you know, you'll end up with an absolute quality product. So that's the review done. Hope you've enjoyed this one. Certainly check out Artel W. Give us a like and a subscribe, and hit the bell button as well so that you don't miss an upload. Until next time, guys, happy wargaming.